Welcome back to the STFU Moment podcast. I am Kristy here with my co-host Akansha. Say hi, Akansha.
Hey, everyone.
And this is the podcast where your excuses come to die. And today, we've talked about this before, but I feel like it's coming up a lot in both of our worlds, and I feel like we need to address it. And that is this idea of competition.
Absolutely. And I'm so ready to talk about it and debunk the myths of what competition is and what the society is telling us about everyone else, but who your true competition is. So before we start, I want to do some little activity, Kristy, over here.
Okay.
Anyone who's watching it or listening to it, I want you to mentally or on a notepad just write down your 3 biggest competitors, competition, whether it's in your business or work or what you think your competition is.
Yes.
And then we'll get back to it at the end of the episode.
Okay, awesome. I
Okay.
love that. I love that. Well, maybe I think the easiest way, not the easiest way, but it simplifies things to kind of break it down, right? So as you were saying, like, where did competition come from? Like, where did we get this idea that we have to be in competition with people in our industries, specifically women with other women? Like, where did that come from? Concha, I know you want to take this away, so I'm going to let you have it.
I actually am always so surprised. I mean, I was someone who was in the rat race too.
Yeah.
Competition, believing that, oh, women cannot be my good friends, only men can be because they're so dramatic and there's so much drama involved. Nobody understands you. But growing up, like, I'm just deterring from the topic a little bit to get back into this topic, to in my 30s, finding that women have been my biggest supporters.
Yeah.
You know, they will come anywhere just to support me, just to heal me, and or just to be with me because I'm feeling low.
Yeah.
And that is something that we're not taught. No. We're always taught, like, oh, competition, women are not each other's friends, they're only looking to sabotage each other, cat fights and everything. But is it actually the reality?
Right.
Or is it something that has been passed down to us by some other generation or by someone who was insecure with the other woman who was being so passionate in their journey? And I think I've said this before. I've had women help me in my business too. So I don't think so. Women are in competition with each other. We have the blessings. And we all know how to work hard. We are all managing our houses. Mm-hmm. We're all managing every aspect of our life. And to top it off, we are in business.
Yeah.
So that's another decision-making tool that we have that is constantly keeping us working and on our feet, thinking. But then when you add this myth of, oh, this other woman has opened the same business as you. For example, if someone was to open another Ayurvedic institute, or like even a wellness space in Cravenhurst, are they actually my competition? Or can we support each other in building a community that is looking out for healing?
Yeah.
Because in that aspect, I think all the yoga instructors could be my competition too. Because, hey, you're taking the wellness away from me because I'm superior, but am I superior?
Right.
Is anyone actually superior? Because if the goal of all of us is the same, then shouldn't we be working together to heal others and uplift the energies and especially each other when we're feeling low or having the issue? Because my really good friend, she's an RMT, okay, and I do massages too. But the amount of people that she will send my way for a massage or anything is insane.
Yeah.
So really, what is actually happening? We're supporting each other. Mm-hmm. Our goal is same, that we want to heal people.
Yeah.
And that's why we're working together. So where is that word competition or the necessity of being on top of, like, no, I want this person not to do well. And only me to have that success coming from? Is it coming from actually ego?
Yeah.
or insecurity?
I think absolutely, right? Because even when you're talking about like growing up and like the playground and like even just the attitude we had towards other girls, I shouldn't speak for everybody, but I remember, like there was this idea that there wasn't enough for two women or there wasn't enough for everybody. When like even on like in school and stuff, like there was always like competition, like there was only one spot for this, or like there was only so many so many spots on a school team, or like we were always set up that like we have to do better than everybody. And then what this turned into workplace, into corporate, into business was that, oh, there's not enough to go around. So if I don't have the slot, if I don't have the spot and I'm not the best, then there's no room for me.
It's almost building that scarcity mindset, right?
It is.
It's from the get-go. It's because the people on the top are trying to control. Like, there's a whole conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to blame anyone, but the reality is that we've been taught from our childhood that, hey, as you said, there's only certain spots.
Yeah.
And if you don't make it, that's it.
Yeah.
It's not how can we actually work together? How do we build community? We have been taught to live in isolation.
Yeah.
And that isolation in today's world, especially after COVID, has caused so much issues in people. And it's competition because if you actually break it down, Kristy, and I don't know about you, but I faced it when we're in that mindset of competition. And for example, Instagram, and you look at someone else's views, like, oh, how are they getting the sales but not me? Or why is this clinic getting more patients and not me? And you're just focused on that.
Yeah.
You are limiting your own growth because you're not doing anything. You're stuck in that loop of why not me? What am I not doing right? And that creates that scarcity because you're not putting in the effort. And again, we don't know the story of the other person, right? We don't know their struggles. We don't know what it took for them to create that business. Like last week, we had Rachel from Haven, and she was talking about this is her third business.
Yeah.
And, she's already learned marketing and other aspects from her previous two business. And henceforth, she's able to apply it in this third business that she's opened. But had we not talked to her, we would have not known that.
Yeah, no.
Right? Or someone else on social media doesn't know that part about her. So we're so quick to judge because we're stuck in that if I don't have this, then my life is ruined and I'm nothing. And that's the things that we have been taught in schools and colleges and our environment.
Yeah. Well, what is competition? Competition, all it is an idea that we gave meaning to.
100%.
Right? So the moment we decide, because it's a choice, we're making the decision. We talked about this with Rachel. When you make that choice, then you stick to that choice. That's what it is. So that goes good or bad. And not to say that competition is bad. Friendly competition can be an amazing thing. It can be fun. It can, light that fire under your butt. But it's going the other way, right? It's stopping you. It's going into the comparison of like, oh, when you're talking about the views on social media or what other people are doing, you go so far into the comparison and so far into the judgment that you are in like action paralysis. Like you can't do anything. So if you made the decision to believe that this person is your competition, you've just set a barrier in front of yourself that now you have to overcome. You have to jump that hurdle. That is another thing that's going to keep you from where you are to where you're supposed to, or where you want to be, who you believe you are, who you're meant to be. So as soon as that barrier is there, you've just made it a lot harder for yourself. Why would you accept that? Why would you make the decision to do that?
I agree with you. And I think because we're stuck in that mindset, right, that the competition is there. You have to be the top 3 or the top person because if you don't make it to the top, that's it. Yeah. You're done. Yeah. You're not successful. You're a failure. And that failure is what is keeping people stuck in that loop cycle because everyone's trying to figure out how to get it. But I like how you pointed out there's healthy competition. Yeah. And that's sets the fire in you. And that's when it's about being inspired from your business associate, from your competition or someone who's doing the same thing in your field. It's like, hey, I love this aspect of for example, XYZ who teaches yoga
Mm-hmm.
and she does it so beautifully and she ends it with Shavasana,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't do it. And I think this is going to be the best thing if I
Yeah.
start incorporating it into my journey
Mm-hmm.
and doing it. It's like, or you do meditations, I do meditations,
Yeah.
and then I always go like, accept it and then let go. And then you were the one who told me, accept it, ask why is it there, and then let it go slowly. And that's what I took from you because I was
Right.
inspired. You know, I could have been like, I'm going to copy everything that Kristy does, but why do I have to copy you?
Right.
We are our different versions. We're creating different businesses and models,
Mm-hmm.
but our goal is the same, which is to heal. Like,
Yeah.
there's several
I-
ways to get to the same mountain,
Yeah.
but the mountain is the goal.
Yeah. Well, I think it's beautiful. Like, I think that's a beautiful example that you put because everybody is different. But if you are giving a service or you are teaching from something that lights you up, like the fact that you took that, I forgot about that, honestly. Like, since you brought it up, I feel like that the snow was still on the ground when we talked
Yeah.
about that. Like, that
It
was so long
December.
ago. But, like, that stuck with you. I love that. But it didn't, like you said, you didn't have to. You could have copied it or whatever, but you took it because it lit you up. You're like, ooh, I actually love that so much. So you took that not to copy, not to take away from me, but because you're like, I know that the people that I serve are going to love this just as much, right? So when you can take something and it's you, it's not mine, it's authentically yours that you're going to take to your clients and they're going to get something out of it, or they're going to be like, ooh, I love this, not this so much. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think this idea of competition gets a little bit crazy because then people start to gatekeep, right? Like, I could have kept that to myself and been like, oh, I'm not sharing that with you. I'm not sharing how I'm teaching. But why would I, right? It can help you in some way be inspired and grow in your own way or evolve into some other thing that was meant for you, not me, for you, then absolutely I'm going to share that, right? The thing is, you can't copy someone. If you copy someone, you are being inauthentic. You can't be someone else and yourself at the same time. It just won't work. And you're going to see the same results. You're going to see that the clients aren't coming because it feels fake, because you're being fake, because you're trying to be something that you're not. Don't be something that you're not, right? So if you're copying, then it's just not, you're going to feel the energy misalignment. But if you can take something out of inspiration and bring it in and make it your own, then you're going to be like, there's no competition here, because even if I did the same thing, I'm going to do it differently. And you see that even in writing, like when people give 30 people a writing prompt and they're like, oh, this is like, write a story about a girl on a picnic. Every story is going to be different. Why? Because you are your own person. You are your own energy. You have a different idea, a different vision that comes through. You don't compete with those other 30 people. You can't compete because there's nothing to compete against.
I thank you for sharing that and saying that out loud, because it's so important for our viewers and our listeners to hear that, because you can never copy someone. You can be inspired, but you have to make that art yours.
Yeah.
But I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. So being so spiritual as you are, okay, a yoga therapist, a mentor, an author, and you have your own cycles and everything that you go through. I want to know what actually happens when you're stuck in that mindset of competition. What is happening spiritually in your body or mentally?
When I go into competition, and I don't want to toot my own horn here, I don't see competition as competition anymore. So I don't go there. If I go there, I have to be really low. So I'm not there anymore. I've trained my brain to do the other thing, but I can recall that when I was in that competition, what it was it wasn't necessarily about the other person. I was making myself wrong. I was making myself, be less than. I wasn't enough. I wasn't good enough. I couldn't ever do what they were doing. I'm never going to get to where they are. So there was a story around the competition. This is what I mean by competition is an idea that we've made and given meaning to. When you have the idea that competition is something bad and that you have it, you're creating that barrier. And that barrier isn't because of the other person. It's because you've created this story around this other person or this other business or whatever the thing is. And you have let it consume you so much so that it's taking you out. So what I did in those moments to get to where I am now is I had to flip the script. So instead of seeing, oh, competition, there's somebody there there's another yoga teacher or another yoga studio. My vision was like, why am I seeing them as competition? I don't want a yoga studio. I don't want to work in studios. I want to do workshops. I want to provide one-on-ones online. I want to be so intimate with somebody and what their needs are and what they are calling forward that I want to be there for them. So when you realize that somebody has something that you think you want, is it actually what you want? Is that how you want to do it? Is that the way you want to do it? Is that the way you want to show up? So I had to flip the script and be like, yeah, they're successful in what they're doing, but it's not even what I wanted anyway. It's not competition because when I step into a room, I know that the people that are in that room are meant to be there with me. And when they go to their room, they're going to be in that room with them because they were meant to be there with them. That's not competition. Nobody's going to teach the way that I teach. Nobody is Kristy. Nobody is going to show up and teach the way that I do. And even if they do, it's going to be different. So if I can take that story of like, I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not going to be successful, and turn it in, I am already successful. I am changing people's lives. I am giving them space to elevate, to come back to themselves. And that's all I'm supposed to do. That's all I have to show up for. There's nothing outside of me that I need to give extra. There's nothing outside of me that I need to bring in. The only thing that I need to do is show up as my authentic self. So if I'm in competition with somebody, I'm not my authentic self because my authentic self isn't in competition with anybody.
Oh my God.
Was that a good answer for you?
Oh my God. That I hope it lands with the right people who really needs to hear this, because what you just said is so true.
I think if you can take it away from the competition and you can bring it back to yourself and you can look at it from a story that I want to create a whole program or a whole workshop around what if. Like, what if it doesn't work out? What if this goes wrong? What if I fail? I want everybody to change that what if to what if I fucking make it? What if I become so financially secure I get to take care of my family without even having to look at my bank account? What if I inspire someone else so hard that they're like, I'm changing my life today because I was in a room with you? What if it was so good, but you were stuck in the negative what ifs? Like, I really want to switch that narrative because that's the only thing blocking you.
I think it's important to challenge yourself, right? When I was going through therapy, right? And I asked my therapist, I was like, why am I still stuck on this? And she said something so beautiful. And she said that as humans, we stick to the negatives much more faster than the positive. It's easier for our brain. And since then, I started challenging myself. So whatever this does to you, right? Anytime a negative thought would enter my mind, I would mentally make a cross in my head like, no, I'm not going there. I'm going to switch, change the narrative, and go to the positive.
Yeah.
Why can this not happen? And things started moving because when I was in a car accident, back-to-back 2 accidents, I was told that I won't be healed. It'll at least take me 2 years. So I won't be able to walk properly. Wow. I won't be able to do any of it because the first accident impacted my left side and the second accident impacted my right side, and it happened during COVID, like almost ending COVID. So the healing process would take longer, and it was as such, like even for massages, like if someone would touch me like this, that would hurt me.
Right.
I had to sleep with like so many pillows so that I can stay still.
Yeah.
But changing that narrative.
Yeah.
No, I can be healed. I'm going to be back to normal in 8 months, and taking those steps, and your mind changes, your cells change. And just recently I was hearing this, and it was an interview. I forget whose interview it was, but they said to go and rewrite the script.
Yeah.
physically on a paper, rewrite the script, and see the things change. And it took me back into 2014 when I was writing my book.
Yeah.
And I had just scribbled things. 2016, those things came true.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what?
The power of the mind.
What?
Yeah.
So like things like that, you know, actually happens, and that kind of inspires one to write.
Yeah.
What is it that you can shift if you cannot do it mentally and if you cannot remember it? Write a story.
Yeah.
Make yourself the main character, and
Mm-hmm.
I challenge you to write good things that are going to happen to you.
Yes.
Not the negative, good things.
Mm-hmm.
Bad things are supposed to happen. Like it's a part of life, right? If
there will always
not,
be an ebb and flow.
yeah, like exactly. Like if there's no negativity, how would you appreciate the positivity?
That's right.
So that, like, don't let it restrict you, but
Yeah.
still go ahead and dream. And my dad always says, like, it doesn't cost you to dream.
No.
So dream big.
Yeah. Yeah. And don't let competition be another barrier that you have to overcome.
No, because the only competition actually there is you from the past you.
Yeah.
From the, like, our goal is to do better than what we did yesterday.
Exactly.
It's not about what the other person is doing, as we have always said, Kristy and I, is be inspired.
Yeah.
If they're doing something, take that as an inspiration.
Yeah.
And create something that lights you up and not them, because if we start copying each other, we won't survive.
No.
Like, we might make money,
Yeah. It'll be a long, hard road for you.
but on a soul level, you'll be depressed.
You'll be disconnected.
And you will be lost in finding your own purpose.
Yeah. You'll feel stuck. And
Yeah.
why you can't get out of that stuckness.
So it's important to scratch that list that you made
Yep.
and know that the only competition there is you.
Yeah.
And you have to do better than what you did yesterday.
Yeah.
Be inspired, write your story,
Mm-hmm.
and create this purpose that you are in this field for yours.
That's right.
And with that, thank you for staying till the end. Kristy and I are always so thankful for your support and love. And always remember that we're not ahead of you, we're not behind. We're walking in this journey hand in hand with you. And until next time.